this museum in Minnesota to educate the Somali young generation, and at the same time to educate the other communities who is living beside the Somali community.
The Somali Museum brings Somali culture to everyone in Minnesota, to all communities and all neighborhoods, and builds bridges between people through the richness and beauty of Somali culture.
I knew that the Somali Museum would be a great resource for my art classroom to learn about Somali culture, since we have many Somali kids at my school. I knew that it would help bridge a gap culturally between the students and create better understanding.
So these dancers are not only learning these dances that come from their roots, they're learning the stories and the history and the meaning of the dances, and they perform them out in the community. So they've performed about 50 times out in the community in the Twin Cities, in Minneapolis and St. Paul. They've performed in Grand Forks, North Dakota. They've performed in Willmar, Minnesota, in Rochester. They've been all over out sharing the culture of Somalia. And that's what it's all about. It's showing that this is alive, this is joyful, this is a beautiful and rich tradition that we can truly walk in the footsteps of as we keep it alive.
ay noogu dhammaatay halka taasoo uu soo qabanqabiyey museumka Soomaaliyeed oo isu keenay arday tiro ah iyo annaga oo laba macallin ah, aniga iyo Axmed Ismaaciil Yuusuf.
Augsburg College was really fortunate and proud to host the courses here on campus in our classroom for Somali language and poetry. And as I understand it, poetry is the highest art form in the Somali arts. It's an important way for the community to capture history, the oral history of the people, and it's also a huge contribution, the nation of poets. And so what better way for the college and the community here, the students, to understand this, Somali culture than hosting classes in Somali poetry and in language.
ama bulshadeedu ay oodato.
And the weaving class is meant to teach young Somali people about their culture and also what kabet is, why we use it, and why we still want it to be existent in the community right now. And we also want the non-Somalis in the community to come to the classes and learn about our culture.
I love the weaving classes. They're so much fun because it's a good way to get to know people without feeling forced or awkward or having to just sit around and hope that someone talks to you for a little while. I love the interaction between these two cultures because it's really necessary in Minneapolis for us to all really get to know each other.
waalidkuna taas u jecel yihiin dadkoo dhan magacadood ku leedahay waa lagu sharfaya waa lagu cisaya markaad wax barato taas waa tan marka gabay yar baan idin sheegayaa oo ah gabayga waxaan intaa u wadaasbalay
Yeah.